Well, ladies and gentlemen, here we are yet again, diving into the incredible life story of Monkey D. Luffy. Yes, you heard me right, the rubber man himself. Now, if by some stroke of luck you've been living under a rock and have no idea who I'm talking about, let me enlighten you. Monkey D. Luffy is the protagonist of a little-known manga and anime series called One Piece. And by little known, I mean it's only been around for over 2 decades and has a fan base spread across the 7 seas. Our dear hero Luffy is an individual of grand ambitions. He's just your average kid, if by average you mean a human balloon who can stretch his body at will. Yes, ladies and gents, our boy Luffy is made of rubber. How, you ask? Well, it's all thanks to a devil fruit he mistakenly chomped on as a kid. Now he's got the ability to stretch and twist his body like a rubber band, making him a formidable adversary and a nightmare for anyone who dares to challenge him. But Luffy's story isn't just about his rubbery body. Oh no, it's far more complex and fascinating. This straw hat-wearing kid has dreams as vast as the Grand Line itself. He wants to become the king of the pirates. A lofty ambition indeed for someone as carefree and seemingly simple-minded as Luffy. But hey, who are we to judge? After all, it's the journey that counts, not the destination. So what does this journey entail? Well, it's filled with high-seas adventure, strange creatures, bizarre islands, and of course a crew of equally eccentric individuals, but we're getting ahead of ourselves. That's a tale for another scene. So buckle up, folks, as we plunge into the depths of Luffy's riveting backstory. Prepare yourself for a journey into a world where logic takes a backseat and the unbelievable becomes the norm. Welcome to the world of Monkey D. Luffy, the rubber man with dreams bigger than the Grand Line itself. Hold on to your hats, folks, because here come Luffy's daring adventures in the Grand Line. Now, let's take a whimsical ride through this ultimate cliché adventure paradise. Imagine a place where compasses lose their minds and the weather has a personality disorder. That's the Grand Line for you, a sea where the ordinary rules of the world just don't apply. But hey, who needs normalcy when you can have islands floating in the sky or giant sea creatures casually popping up for a hello? In this eccentric maritime wonderland, Luffy and his straw hat crew encounter talking animals and mystical islands. But it's not all fun and games. Oh no, there are devil fruits with absurdly ridiculous powers lurking around every corner. And Luffy, being the rubbery daredevil he is, can't resist a good challenge, can he? Take, for instance, the time he faced off against a man who could turn his body into sand, or when he battled a woman who could turn people into stone with a single glance. And let's not forget his standoff with a guy who could literally control shadows. I mean, who needs science and logic when you have such ludicrously inventive villains? But the Grand Line isn't just about brawls and devil fruits. It's also about the thrill of discovery. Remember the time when Luffy and his crew stumbled upon the city of gold, El Dorado? Or when they found themselves in the middle of a civil war in the desert kingdom of Alabasta? Each island in the Grand Line is a new story, a new adventure, a new absurdity waiting to unfold. And then there are the legendary Sea Kings, gigantic sea creatures that could swallow entire ships. But don't worry, our stretchy hero has a knack for taming these monsters, because of course he does. And that, my friends, was just a glimpse of the believable escapades of our stretchy protagonist. So buckle up, because the Grand Line is full of more absurdities and adventures than you could possibly imagine. But then again, what's an adventure without a dash of the unbelievable, right? Now, let's turn our attention to the Straw Hat crew, the epitome of believability and companionship. Our rubbery protagonist, Monkey D. Luffy, is surrounded by an eclectic group of misfits that, quite frankly, defy all norms of character development. First, there's Roronoa Zoro, the swordsman who's trying to be the best in the world. But here's the twist, folks. He doesn't just use 1 or 2, but 3 swords at the same time. Yes, you heard that right. The third one, quite creatively, goes in his mouth. And let's not forget his impeccable sense of direction, or rather the lack thereof. It's almost as if he's magnetically repelled from the correct path. Next we have Nami, the navigator, who's got a knack for treasure and a love for money that would put a dragon's hoard to shame. She's got a weather-controlling rod and a temper that's as unpredictable as the Grand Line's weather itself. Then there's Usopp, the sniper, a perpetual liar who can't seem to tell the difference between reality and his tall tales. But hey, who needs credibility when you've got a slingshot that can knock out a sea king from a mile away? And let's not forget our resident chef, Sanji, who's as smooth with his kicks as he is with his cooking. His heart flutters for every woman he sees, making him the epitome of a chivalrous knight, or so he likes to believe. Our list wouldn't be complete without the walking, talking skeleton Brook, who's got a knack for bad skull jokes and a love for music that's as undying as he is. Lastly, there's Chopper, the reindeer who ate the human fruit. Yes, a reindeer who's also a doctor. Talk about wearing multiple hats, or in this case, antlers. All these characters, each with their quirks and idiosyncrasies, form the backbone of Monkey D. Luffy's crew, making them a crew as unique as they come. Because who needs realistic character development when you have a crew as colorful as this one? Prepare to be amazed as our rubbery protagonist single-handedly earns the infamous reputation of being the D who will shake the world. Yes, dear listeners, our simpleton hero with a straw hat and a grin wider than the East Blue is none other than Monkey D. Luffy, the pirate who is foreseen to change the course of the world. But how did a boy who could barely navigate his way out of a paper bag earn such an ominous title? Well, it all started with a bounty. His first bounty, to be precise, of a whopping 30 million berries, a record for a rookie pirate. But that was just the beginning. Luffy's bounty kept soaring higher and higher, reaching astronomical heights as he continued to defy the world government and its oppressive forces. And it wasn't just his bounty that was turning heads. His actions, too, have left a profound impact on the world. From declaring war against the world government to punching a celestial dragon, Luffy's audacious deeds have been nothing short of revolutionary. He's not just a pirate, he's a symbol of defiance against tyranny, a beacon of hope for the oppressed. But the most intriguing part of Luffy's reputation is his mysterious lineage. The initial D in his name has been a subject of great speculation and intrigue. Many believe it to be a mark of destiny, a sign that he is one of the few chosen to challenge the world order and bring about a new dawn. And considering his unyielding spirit and reckless courage, it's not hard to see why. So, there you have it, folks. From a mischievous boy who dreamt of becoming a pirate king to a force to be reckoned with in the world of pirates, Luffy's journey has been nothing short of extraordinary. His audacity, his relentless spirit, and his innate ability to inspire and lead have earned him a reputation that precedes him. So move over, Captain Jack Sparrow. We have a new hero on the horizon. Last but not least, let's delve into the captivating world of Luffy's rogue gallery of enemies. Now here's where things get really interesting. Luffy's foes are as diverse and colorfully absurd as they come. First, we have the slippery jester, Buggy the Clown. This guy is a riot, literally. With his ability to separate his body parts at will, it's like he's perpetually auditioning for a role in a horror circus show. Talk about commitment to a theme. Next, we have the walking smog factory, Smoker. This man is a puff of perpetual irritation for our rubbery hero. With his smoke fruit powers, Smoker is always hot on Luffy's tail, creating a literal cloud of suspense wherever he goes. Then there's the charismatic Crocodile, Sir Crocodile, a sandman with a hook for a hand and a penchant for grand schemes. He's like a desert-themed Captain Hook with a dash of megalomania. And let's not forget the literally chilling Aokiji. This Iceman can freeze an entire ocean, yet somehow fails to freeze Luffy's indomitable spirit. It's as if Luffy's rubbery constitution is immune to frostbite. From a slippery clown to a walking smog factory, these villains sure know how to keep things interesting. It's a veritable smorgasbord of villainy, each more outlandish than the last. And in the world of One Piece, you can bet there's always another absurd antagonist waiting in the wings. Stay tuned, folks. And there you have it, folks. Monkey D. Luffy's unbelievably outrageous story. A tale of rubber bodies, goofy villains, and a crew as eclectic as a box of assorted candies. It's truly a wonder how this stretchy sea rover has managed to keep us hooked for so long, but hey, who needs realism when you have a rubber man sailing the seas, battling evil and winning hearts, right? Until next time, remember kids, realism is overrated.